Hello, are you ready to learn for today? What you will learn for today is all about representing quadratic function using equation. So nadaanan na natin tong lesson na to nung nag-discuss tayo about models of quadratic function. But for today, we'll try to deepen our understanding about the equation of a given quadratic function. Okay, let's start. So, let's try to recall, ano nga ba yung isang quadratic function or how do we uh, define an equation of a quadratic function. So first, a quadratic function is any function that can be written in the form y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. Or it can also be f of x is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. So parehas lang yan. Y is the same as f of x. This is the function of x. Yan yung ibig sabihin ng f of x. And this a form will be called as the general form of a quadratic function. So kung titignan nyo, para lang siya yung tinatawag natin na standard form ng quadratic equation. Nandiyan si ax squared, si bx at si c. Nandiyan si quadratic term, linear term, and the constant. So, the same as a quadratic equation, a, b, and c are all real numbers and a should not be equal to 0. Kasi nga, pag naging 0 yan, mawawala yung general term natin. Next, the highest exponent of x is 2, or what we call the highest degree is on the second degree. So, yan lang. Just an indication para natin malalaman kung ang isang given equation ay quadratic function. Dapat hanapin mo to si y, the presence of f of x or y. And also, the highest exponent of x should be 2, or the highest exponent of the given variable is 2. So, start tayo. So sabi dito, let's try to have some of these examples. Which of the following is the quadratic function for those that are identify the values of a, b, and c? So identify natin sino-sino dito yung quadratic function. So kung sila ay quadratic function, we'll have to identify the values of a, b, and c. So kailangan natin silang i-reduce sa kanilang general form. So, tingnan natin. So, simplify ko to. 'Di ba ang itsura ng general form natin is y is equal to ax squared plus bx. So, y yung nasa left side. So, gagawin ko dito. So, as much as possible, ganun yung gagawin ko. So, I will try to use reflexive property on this one. Pagpapalitin ko yung pwesto nila using reflexive property of equality. So, gagawin ko, pwede yan. Basta yung entire right side of the equation, lilipat mo sa left and nasa left, lilipat mo sa right. Pwede yon. So, pwede yan. Para yung y nandun na sa left side ng ating equation. So, by that, I will try to remove that 34 by adding 34 for both sides. So, hindi ko siya align sa x kasi nga hindi naman sila similar terms. Yan, if we try to add them, this will become 0. So, 0 yan. So, y is equal to x plus 34. So, this will now be the resulting function. And obviously, this is not a quadratic function because although there's a presence of y, the highest exponent of x is 1 only. So this is actually a linear function. So let's try another one. For example, this one. Y is equal to x squared plus 2x plus 1. So I think malapit na sa general form or nasa general form na ang given equation natin na ito. So, is this a quadratic function? The answer is yes. This one is a quadratic function. The highest degree of x is 2. Yan. So, highest exponent ng x ay 2. Kaya siya quadratic function. At dahil quadratic function siya, we have to identify the values of a, b, and c. So, in this case, the value of a, b, and c will be coming from the general form. So, mukha naman na nasa general form na siya. So, copy na lang natin. Y is equal to x squared plus 2x plus 1. So, all we need to do is to identify yung mga katabi. Yung katabi ni x squared ay 1. So, di ba pag wala nakasulat, lagay natin 1. So, a is equal to 1. Katabi ni x ay 2. So, b is equal to 2. Then, yung constant natin ay c. Yan si 1. So, that's how we identify a, b, and c of the general form of a quadratic function. Okay, let's continue with this other given. So, punta naman tayo dito. Yan, si y is equal to x squared. So, is this a quadratic function? So, y is equal to ano na siya, x squared. So, maayos na yung form niya. Hindi na natin naayusin. So, yes, this is a quadratic function. Kahit nakita mo na parang kulang siya ng linear term at ng constant. Kasi, ang hindi lang naman pwedeng mawala ay yung ating quadratic term. So, yes, this is also already in standard form. So, y is equal to x squared. So, ano ngayon? Wala tayong a, meron. Ang a natin ay 1. So, ang a natin ay 1. Asan yung b? So, ang idea niyan is parang plus 0x plus 0. Since 0 yung katabi ni x, yun yung b natin. And 0 yung katabi ni c, yun. Bakit hindi na sila sinulat? Kasi 0 lang naman sila. Kaya y is equal to x squared lang sila. Gets po? Yan. So, nasa general form na siya. Next, let's try to have another example. Y is equal to 2x squared plus 5. So, is this in the quadratic function general form, or is this quadratic function? The answer is yes. So, the highest exponent of x is 2. Although hindi siya tatlong terms ulit, dalawa lang. So, I think this is the quadratic term and the constant. So, if we try to write, this is also in the general form already kasi yung y nandun na sa left side ng equation or ng function, and yung ating mga variable x with the constant will be on the right side of the equation. So, copyin lang natin. That is already in general form. 2x squared plus 5. So, ang nawawala dito yung may katabing x. Yan, si b. So, si b natin, automatically 0 na yan kasi nawawala siya dyan. So, a will be equal to 2 and c will be equal to the constant which is 5. Okay, let's continue with this other given. Yan. So, puntahan naman natin to si x plus y is equal to -2. So, let's try to fix this equation in such a way na yung y lang yung matitira dito sa left side. Para mamaya check natin kung siya ay magiging quadratic function. So, I'll try to do is add -x for both sides. Hindi ko siya i-align kay -2 dahil hindi naman sila similar terms. Then, if we add them, magiging x plus -x is 0. So, this will just be y is equal to -x minus 2. So, the question is, will this equation be a quadratic function? The answer is no. So, as you can see, the highest exponent of x is 1. So, ang function na to ay isang linear function. So, let's try another given. So, ito. X times the quantity x minus 4 minus y is equal to 0. So, sa unang tingin, mukha siyang hindi quadratic function. Agad kasi nga wala namang highest exponent na 2. Pero let's try this. Let's try to fix this function or equation just to see if this will become a quadratic function. So, una kong gagawin is to distribute this x for x and and minus 4. So, having that, x times x is x squared. Then, x times -4 is minus 4x. Then, let's just copy this y. So, susunod kong gagawin, and equal to 0, susunod kong gagawin is, I'll try to add y for both sides. So, tingnan nyo yung mangyayari So, add ko yung y for both sides. So, plus y. Yan. So, if I add y for both sides, mawawala yung y dito sa side na equation na to. So, it will become x squared minus 4x. Bakit nawala? Because it will be equal to 0, then equal to y. So, in that case, medyo mukha na siyang general form ng quadratic function. Gagawin ko na lang using reflexive property of equality, pagbabaligtarin ko sila. So, gagawin natin is y is equal to x squared minus 4x. Yan. Pinagpalit lang natin. Walang magbabagong sign kapag ganyan. So, in this case, this will be now our given function. So, the question is this a quadratic function or not? The answer is yes, this is a quadratic function. The highest exponent of x is 2. So, in this case, we'll have to identify the general form. So, ayan na, nagawa na natin actually yung general form nitong quadratic function na to. So, that will be y is equal to x squared minus 4x. Yan. Then, we'll try to identify the values of a, b, and c. So, as you can see, meron dito. So, pag wala nakalagay na katabi na x squared, lagay mo 1. So, a is equal to 1. Then, b is the linear term, the coefficient of x. So, that will be -4. Sama mo yung sign kapag may minus. Kapag positive naman, plus lang yan eh. So, -4. Since we don't have a constant term, C is equal to 0. Yan. So, gets po? Sige, continue pa tayo. Meron pa tayong ibang given dito. So, as we proceed, let's consider now this y is equal to x minus 2 times the quantity x plus 3. So, anong gagawin natin? I think we can do FOIL. So, gawin ko, FOIL muna tayo. X times x, so y is equal to x squared. Then, x times 3, that will be plus 3x. Then, -2 times x, so this will become -2x. Then, -2 times 3, so this will become -6. -2 times 3, -6. So, simplifying or adding the similar terms, combining these two, positive 3x minus 2x will be equal to x squared. So, 3x minus 2x, that will be 1x or x na lang siya. So, plus x minus 6. So, the question is this a quadratic function? The answer is also yes. Dahil ang highest exponent ng x natin ay 2 and there's a presence of y for the function. So, dahil dyan, nahanapin natin yung ang general form. So, yun nga yung ginagawa ko all this time. Ginagawa ko na siyang general form para pag nagtanong ng values ni A, B, and C, meron ka ng A, B, and C. So, y is equal to, kopyahin nyo lang, x squared plus x minus 6. So, in this case, walang katabi sa x. So, lagyan natin ng 1. So, a is equal to 1. Then, walang katabi na naman to. So, lagyan natin ng 1. So, b is equal to 1. Then, the constant term is -6. Yan. That's how you identify the values of a, b, and c. Gets po? Okay, next example naman tayo. Consider natin to, 10x plus 15 is equal to 5y. So, reduce ulit natin to yung y na doon sa left side. So, pwede ulit pagpalitin yung pwesto. Kapag nagpapalit ka entirely ng pwesto ng mga equations, doon sa part ng equation natin, wala ka namang gagawing negative or positive dyan. So, gawin ko siyang 5y is equal to 10x plus 15. So, anong next na gagawin ko? Aayusin ko siya in such a way na y na lang yung matitira sa left side. So, gawin natin, divide natin lahat kay 5 para matanggal yung 5 sa tabi ni y. So, in that case, if you divide all of them by 5, this will become 1 and this will become 1. So, this will just be y. Then, 10 divided by 5, so that will be 2x plus 15 divided by 5, that will become 3. So, this is the resulting function or equation. So, is this a quadratic function? The answer is no. The highest exponent of x is 1. So, this will not be a quadratic function. Okay, proceed naman tayo sa huling given natin. Tatlo na lang yan. Yan. So, consider natin to si 2y is equal to x squared minus x. So, kung titingnan nyo, parang okay naman na siya. May katabi lang na 2 yung y. So, yan lang siguro yung tatanggalin natin para mais natin tong function na to at mas makita natin kung ito ay quadratic function or not. So, what we will do is to first copy. Yan, copying ko muna siya dito para nasa gitna siya pag sinolve natin. Then, to remove that 2 beside y, all we need to do is to divide all of them by 2. So, pag dinivide natin lahat yan kay 2, ang mangyayari dyan is this will become 1. 2 divided by 2 will just be equal to 1. Then, x squared over 2 minus x over 2 since hindi naman natin sila madidivide. So, in that case, ang pwede na natin gawin ngayon is tanungin yung sarili natin, do it look like a quadratic function or not? Itong function natin. So, the answer is yes, this one is a quadratic function because still, although may over 2 sila sa ilalim, the highest exponent of x is still 2. So, dahil ito ay quadratic function, kailangan natin isulat yung general form. Ngayon, kapag sinulat ko yung general form na to, medyo may babaguhin lang ako ng onte para mas madali nating identify si A, B, tsaka si C. So, ano yung babaguhin ko? Tingnan mo. So y is equal to, instead of making it x squared over 2, you can also write it as 1 half x squared. So bakit 1 half x squared? Dahil 'di ba may 1 naman diyan sa tabi ng mga x kapag wala silang coefficient na nakalagay. So pwede mo siyang isulat as 1 half x squared. Nasa gitna yung x squared. Then minus 1 half x. Yan. Bakit ko ginawa yun? Para mas madali kong identify na yung katabi ni x squared, yun na si a. So, ang a mo ay 1 half. Then, yung b natin ay yung katabi naman ni x, which is negative 1 half. Then, since we don't have a constant value, we'll just make this c as 0. Gets po? Yan. So, let's consider these two. The rest of the examples. Yan, y is equal to 3x plus 2 raised to x. Yan, obvious naman nata. Wala ngang number yung exponent niya. Variable pa rin yung exponent. So, this is not a quadratic function. At the same time, this another given. The highest exponent of the given y is equal to negative 8x plus 5 is 1. So, this is once again not a quadratic function. So, I hope from those given examples, naintindihan nyo na kung paano i-classify yung ating mga quadratic function. Now, it's time for us to try some exercises. So, from this four given, you have to identify which of the following is a quadratic function. So, lagay nyo lang din kung quadratic function or not quadratic function. For those that are quadratic function, identify the value of a, b, and c. So, kailangan mo pa itong i-simplify in such a way y is equal to or f of x is equal to. Pares lang din naman yan, dalawang yan. Para mas magmukha silang general form so that you can easily identify a, b, and c if this following given are quadratic functions. So on your notebook, I will count 5 seconds to pause the video. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So sana na-pause mo na dahil after this, we'll try to show you the answers and solutions. Yan. So, ayan na siya. So, listen ko lang. Yan. So, that will be the answers. Gets po? I hope you understand the lesson for today. Until next time, bye!
Ang galing! Ang galing!